G'day everyone, welcome back to Nat's Knackers Yard. I'll be Nat. This won't be my Knackers Yard. This will be the little Lexmoto. With a wheel on its way to an MOT. Brackets, hopefully. Right, I'm going to get some go-go juice in it first, because I think every bike seems to ride better with a full belly. I can't see shit out of that rear mirror. I can if I crouch. Can't forget, it's only a 125. It's got an evil vibration at around, not in the bike, as in noise vibration. I think I need some some rubber washers in there somewhere. So what's the story? I got the tyre done in the middle of the week, as I'd hoped. See that vibration? It's awful, around 6,000 revs. I got the, even that was a mess around. So I went to the place that I would normally go to in Harrow. Phone them up. Have you got the... takes some getting used to, coming down from a really quite nippy 650 to a 125. It's quite a weird experience. So phone them up. Have you got an inner tube? Yep, fine. Okay, when can you fit it? Next week. What? I think they were a mechanic down, which isn't helpful. So in the end I got the inner tube from them, went and picked it up, and then went to a local place who fitted it for me for 15 quid, and I asked if he had any MOT opportunities. This was yesterday, so Friday I dropped it off Wednesday, picked it up Friday. Said, have you got any gaps for MOT? And he said, yeah, tomorrow at 9. Like, oh shit. So I threw the tyre on in the dark, and got going. Let me fill this up and then I'll carry on my tale. Yeah, so completely forgot to play on the GoPro, or record on the GoPro then. It's got a horrible rattle, like a death rattle. What was I saying? Yeah, got it on, got the wheel on, gave the bike a quick once over. Noticed that it was the rear license plate light wasn't working, blown bulb. Managed to get hold of a replacement for that. Bit of a bodge to get it in, but it has a number plate light. Hoiked it up and down the hill, and it died every time it gave revs. So, for crying out loud, I've just got an MOT booked, for crying out loud. It was basically when it was trying, so it was running fine in the garage in neutral, but as soon as I give it any load or some beans, it really just didn't want to know. So again in the dark, and again not exactly filmable because it was mostly in the dark. All that what is rattling? Oh, it's the Just put full beam on and everything else. I think I need some more rubber washers around that mount. I don't think it's just transferring vibrations at the moment. Yeah, so had a bit of a poke around. It felt like it was just not getting fuel. Check spark was fine. It could do with a new spark plug. I did try, I have ordered one, but it's not here yet. And fundamentally, if I'm going to flog it, it's going to need a new one. I thought it wasn't getting fuel, so I lifted the tank up, had a bit of a scoot around, took the fuel pipe off, i.e. the pipe from the tank to the filter, and as I took that pipe off, a load of brown sludge come out, so the filter was blocked. I've cleaned out the filter for now. It's still a little bit hit and miss, but as you can see, it's going. But I am going to order a new filter, or even put on one of my filters. They are, you know, metal ones that fit under the tank here. I wonder if I can just bodge on my normal one, although they are a bit big. I need to sort out that rattle. It's bloody awful. There you go. Yeah, so it's still a little bit, doesn't quite feel like it's getting the fuel it needs. Please don't put in front of me, the brakes on this are shit. Not that there's anything wrong with them, they're Chinese brakes, they're just not great. The back brake does so little, I may as well not have it, even though it's all blared, etc, etc. Oh dear. It's this. Oh, I get it. Yeah, it's where it's on the speedo. That's alright, that's easy to fix. That's a 1x rubber washer fixed. But you know, aside from that, aside from it making a load of fucking horrible noise, I might see when I'm at the garage, just see if there's a loose piece of rubbish or something I can jam down there. Yeah, so lots of bouncing around in the dark up and down the road. Now I'm just off to the MOT Platz now, which is literally round the corner from me. It's just down the bottom of this road. You might recognise it when we pull up. Now if you watch Dirty Garage Guy, or if you watch the Missenden Flyer, although God knows why you would, I really wouldn't recommend it. He got a Royal Enfield done up by the garage. Oh, I think he's just hit that fucking full filter time again. Yeah, you might recognise it. It's the garage next to the place that did his bike, i.e. the place that went bankrupt. So that went. This is the garage behind it. So it's not him, but it is in the same place. Yeah. So I'm just heading there to get this sorted. I was going to say something else then as well. I can't remember what it was. Yes. For those that are going to complain, no, it wasn't taxed and it wasn't insured when I was going up and down my hill, but I was literally going up and down my hill, so any police action will be entirely viable. I am insured now through Tempest, because I'm riding it proper, like on the roads, rather than at 8-9 o'clock in the evening up and down my domestic road. If anybody wants to have a dig at that, then please do. I'm sure we've all done exactly the same at some point. But anyway, I'm fully insured and everything now. We're all good. We're just pulling into the garage now. That's the man there. I've no idea where he wants this, so I'll just tuck it away. Hello, mate. Cheers, mate. Right, there we go. Clean bill of health, clean MOT. He did comment on the fact that it's not sounding very happy, and he did confirm, well, not that it looked, he did confirm that it's probably fuel starvation. So let's get home and whip the tank off and have a look at that filter, see if it needs another swill out, maybe empty out the tank. I was hoping that fresh bit of juice in it might have made it feel a little bit healthier and just swill around whatever's there, but let's face it, if there's any sediment at the bottom of that tank, it's going to take a couple of doses through that filter, or that filter catching it to get it through. I mean, I could just whip the filter off, but if there's a keck in there, which there really does seem to be, that's just going to push it straight into the injectors. The filter's doing what it needs to do, but I just think it's getting silted up, so I might just have to do that 2 or 3 times and see how we go. Let's see how we can go for speed. It's alright once it gets going. While it's getting fuel through that filter. I mean, it feels, I've just wedged a bit of plastic, a bit of rubber down the back of that fairing, so it's stopped that buzz. I know what it is. I put it together and I forgot to put the bolt in the cover, which is a bit fucking silly, but I'll sort that out as well. So there's a bolt into the frame there and I forgot to put it in because I'm an idiot, and it's just vibrating like a bugger. Well, it was. A nice 50-mile-an-hour cruise, well, 51. I don't know. 5 gears, not 6 nat, there's no point looking for it. See, occasionally it's got a splutter. It just gave a splutter there where it obviously wasn't getting enough fuel. So it is, that filter does need cleaning out again. But hey, that's what test rides are for. And this time round, I'm coming back with an MOT, which is nice. Yeah. Well done. Made it back. Right, let's get you in undercover. And we'll get the tank up, get the filter out, and see how the filter looks. Although there might, oh, look at that, auto stop, how cool's that? Yeah, I just got to do some domestic duties stuff first and get out my bike rig, so I'll jump you back in very, very shortly. Okay, so I've just got the tank up, that's bolted up onto the top. What I do want to do is just whip it off on the injector side. This is going to spill fuel. Have I got a clock here somewhere? Probably. There we go. So I whip this bugger off. Yeah. So it's getting fuel through. Well, I don't like these bloody clips on tanks. Okay. Right. So, do you think we found our culprit? Yeah, I think we might have done. That tank needs draining. Right, okay then, let's see. I will drop some footage of just how minging, well, not minging, no, the sediment that was in that tank. I was about to drop that to his left and I realised I had the side stand up. That could have been interesting. I've not caught myself caught myself on camera dropping a bike in the garage. I think I've only done it once. It's not too bad a record. Alright, let's see if this has cleared it up a bit then. I've sorted out that rattle too. I've put a bolt in the top where it should have had one in the first place. It didn't when I had it. I've got something floating around here. What's that? It's just some crap I picked up off the road. Panic. Better. I'm not getting the hesitation anymore. Fuel is flowing. I've swilled out the tank a few times with the old fuel. Quite a lot of like silt came out, and like I say, I'll show you the sort of stuff it's gone through. So effectively the filter was doing what it needed to do. It was filtering it, but it was getting jammed up, I think, and just restricting how much fuel could actually get through. That's better. Nothing wrong with this. Nothing wrong with this at all. I've got full rev range now. It's not crapping itself at higher revs because it can't get the fuel through quick enough. This is brilliant. Little shouty boy that it is. And I was saying about getting it on the market. Obviously I still have some cleaning up to do because I need to sort out whatever. Oops. It's a 125 nat. Stop trying to ride it like it's a 650. Going round the corner in first on this just doesn't this is brilliant. There is absolutely nothing wrong with this at all. And of course I do forget it's only a 4-year-old bike. Where's the indicators on this? They're there. And a little bit careful because wet leaves plus manhole covers equals fun time on a motorbike. Oh, there is is absolutely nothing wrong with it. This is a brilliant little thing. See all the fun you can have on little bikes. Oh, that's cool. And getting all Halloweened up. Not quite as vibey as it was anymore. Yeah, that's fine. That is absolutely fine. Sorted. Right. Panic over. Alright, let me get set up and I will show you just how bad, how silty that fuel was, and I better think about tidying this up and cleaning it up, I suppose. See if I can clean up those engine housings a little bit. And just before we get stuck in, look at the size of this bad boy. Bloody huge. Just for Charlie. Look, looks my hand. Bloody massive. Right, do not try and do that if you're in Australia. They bite. They don't in the UK. Right, so I have a wine filter because I'm posher than a coffee filter. It is. Look at the colour. Look at it coming out the tap. Probably not salvageable, but I'll try and filter it and I'll remember. I'll mark up that can, and that will be exclusively for the use in my lawnmower, because that's going nowhere near a motorbike. Yeah, so the filter was doing what it needed to, but it was just getting gummed up. Right. A bit of a reset, I think, and I'll start seeing what, if anything, I can do with those engine cases. So, you know, nothing wrong with it. Well, nothing wrong with it. It just doesn't look pretty. Ooh. Yeah. I'll grab my Dremel with some metal brushes and just see what happens when I attack it. Yeah, because that is really bringing down the bike. Aside from that, that's pretty good. Yeah, let me see if I can make it look better. Right, okay then, some success with just a Dremel with a wheel, with a brush on the end. I'm not really getting a before and after look. And by way of example, the silt that was at the bottom of that tank, nasty, nasty. Right, it's all cleaned up, jet wash out, give it a scrub down with the old scrubbing brush, just got rid of the loose stuff, and then a bit of high temp engine paint over the top. I just need to let it cook in a little bit, I think. But yeah, I mean, that's fine. It is slack. I should have taken the engine out, scrubbed it down and painted it, but it's a Chinese bike, for crying out loud. So I've just done some very, very, very light layers, because obviously you don't want it to run. So light dust, light dust, light dust, light dust, and I think I've done that, what, 4, maybe 5 times. I was going to whip the downpipe off to do it, but I didn't need to. I started to undo it and the bolts came off really cool. Started to come off really quite easily, actually, surprisingly. But yeah, all good. It's currently Saturday. I might just go for a bit of a light polish. I think I've got more kiddie duties, I'm not quite sure, but I'll go in and check. If I haven't, I might go for a polish now and chuck it on the marketplace. Now the question is, what do you think it's worth? What is a Chinese 125 worth? This is what does that say? I'm not sure I can even focus on it. There we go. So 3,600 miles. It's 2020 bike. There is absolutely nothing wrong with it. It did have a load of shite in the tank, but we've got rid of that. I need to put that plate back on. I've got that in the back garden. What do you think, people? Oh, so there is nothing wrong with it. It's got one wind mirror rather than two. Yeah. Cool, that'll do me. Let's see how we get on with this. Ta-da.